Hey, greetings YouTubers, and welcome back to another Todd E. Walnuts update video. So this is an update video that it's not quite complete. I was going to give it another couple weeks before I put together a video, but there's something I want to achieve in this video, and I'm going to shout out 4 channels in this video, and stick around to find out how you can subscribe to these fine gentlemen and win a graded comic book signed by the great John Carpenter. Less than 100 of these exist. I got this directly from John Carpenter and his wife. There's his signature right there. It's graded 9.8 mint. Joker Year of the Villain #1. It was a one-shot, and you can win that. And all you have to do is subscribe to 4 gentlemen. So stick around and find out how to do that. Joined by the beautiful girls, Miss Hannah, front and center. She has a little bit of a scratch on her nose. Long story short, there's another dog that lives behind me. And there's a wooden fence that separates the two. And Hannah tries to dig her nose under the fence to bite the other dog. And I don't know if Hannah got scratched or bit, but yeah, that wasn't a real smart thing to do. And there's the gentle Miss Heidi. They're complete opposites. This first one here, Hannah, she's like a soldier. I can go outside in the pouring rain and she'll stand right by my side. This one, she'll run and hide somewhere behind the couch or under the bed or something. So great dogs. They're really good sisters. They treat each other well, but they're complete opposites. So I only have a few things to show. So I just have this pile right here of, there's 1 Blu-ray and I don't know, 7 or 8 DVDs. I got a signed license plate. I got a couple things from the Friday the 13th franchise, a couple pieces of memorabilia that I got signed, and I'm pretty proud of them. And I have a really rare figure. I'm going to show you that. And I got some rare novellas or paperback books here that I'm going to show you guys. It shouldn't take too long for the video, but I know I get talking sometimes and I drag it on. I don't mean to, it just happens that way. But if you could please stick around till the end, it would mean a lot to me if you could find out how to win this comic book and how to help a couple of channels grow. It's pretty important to me, and I hope it is to you as well. So stick around, let's check this out. Okay, so we'll get one of the pieces of memorabilia out of the way. This was a commercial license plate from New Jersey, 1980, from Friday the 13th, signed by Adrienne King, who played Alice in the movie. She was the final girl. She ends up getting killed in part 2, but she was such a great final girl. I really enjoyed her role. I think she's a very lovely person in real life. I really enjoy her. I think she's great. And I wanted to get this license plate. It's pretty cool. It means a lot to me, and just to have a piece of history from the movie. So that is the license plate signed by Adrienne King. I think that's pretty neat. Let's see. Let's get into the movies. The only Blu-ray that I picked up is called Lizard's Leg and Owlet's Wing, starring Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, Peter Lorre, and more. And this is a 105-minute program from the Route 66 television show from 1962. So up here it says approximately 110 minutes, and down here it says 105 minutes, so I don't know. This is put out by a company called Retro Media. You guys are well aware of Retro Media. They put out really great stuff. Very limited and really nice high quality releases that they put out. But I'll read a little bit about this. I'm sure some of you are familiar with this show. Maybe a lot of you aren't. So It says, horror fans could hardly believe their eyes when Halloween 1962 rolled around and CBS trotted out one of the greatest coups in cinematic history for their winsome TV series Route 66, starring Martin Milner, George Maharis. Imagine aging horror royalty Boris Karloff, who for years had vehemently refused any suggestion he would ever be donning the intense makeup of Frankenstein monster again. But he does in this show. And this is more or less kind of it's a Halloween type special. I'm glad to have this. This one's out of print now, and it's going for some pretty good money. So if you're interested in something like this, you may want to take a look now before it gets out of hand. But this was a collaboration with Shout Factory. And you can see that they have some bonus materials here on the back. You get a new 35mm transfer from the 1962 CBS special. That was 50 minutes, and you get 2 HD episodes of Boris Karloff's 1958 series The Veil, Monsters for Sale, a collection of classic TV commercials. So this is a nice little piece of film history, nice little collectible for your Halloween time movie selection. And Lizard's Leg and Owlet's Wing. I think right now this is going around like 40 to 50 bucks, but I can see this going up in price, so you might want to check that out if you're interested in that. I picked up some Mando Macabro DVDs, and I just got this one in today. This is called The Girl in Room 2A. I have to order more red cases. This one came in a black case, but I'm gonna switch it over to red. I gotta order some. You can buy them on Amazon or probably just about anywhere, but this is another kind of a giallo type movie. It's an Italian movie from 1973. And let's see what else I can tell you. Before Hostel, there was The Girl in Room 2A, a terrifying tale of a young girl who moves into a boarding house run by a kindly older woman, only to discover that the place has a dark, sinister past. Young and pretty girls seem to disappear without a trace. You have to check that out. Like I said, the movie's from 1973, and this was released by Mando Macabro in 2012. This one's still very affordable. I think it was under $20, which to me is a very safe purchase. That's pretty good deal, I think. The next one is the special edition of The Living Corpse, Dracula in Pakistan, Middle East horror movie, 1967. And let me see what I can tell you about this one. It was released by Mando Macabro in 2003. This one's still very affordable too. I think this was about 20 bucks. 104 minutes running time. It says on the back that it's in black and white, but you can see that all of the screen grabs are colors, so I haven't watched it yet to verify either way which one it is, but you can watch it with English subtitles, but it's in Pakistani language. It says black and white, so I'm going to assume it is black and white. Maybe these are just colorized art cards to advertise the movie back in the day. It said it was the only Pakistani film ever to be rated X in its country. And it also the first Dracula film to include the shocking baby stealing scene. The first ever official video release taken from the only surviving negatives, includes a host of exclusive extras. So you get interviews, documentary, audio commentary, lost song sequence. So that's pretty good. I think that's pretty cool. Something obscure, something I never heard of before, so I'm willing to give that a shot. Check it out. Here's one that I used to own back in the day. This is Alucarda, the special edition. This is from 1975. There was a lot of different kind of Dracula, satanic type films in this era. And this was a Mexican satanic Dracula type movie, 74 minutes running time, color. It was in English or Spanish language choices, so you could watch it either or. It is unrated, contains nudity and adult themes. And this one was released, it doesn't say what year that Mando released it, but the movie itself is from 1975. An unforgettable slice of 70s satanic cinema, bizarre and compelling. There's a lot of these. A lot of different satanic Dracula movies. Here's another one, 7 Women for Satan. This is a French film, banned in France. And this one came out in 1974. Was released by Mando in 2003. You get interviews. You can watch it in English or French language. And it's in anamorphic widescreen, which is excellent. That's what you want. It says, by day, a mild-mannered businessman in his dreams, Boris Zaroff chases naked females on his country estate, just like his notorious father. Seven Women for Satan. Some of these are getting a little bit harder to find. Next one's called Panic Beats. This one had a DVD release from Code Red, which I do have as well, but this is the Mando Macabro DVD. It's a Paul Naschy film. It says it's some of the most brutal murders ever filmed, definitely not for the squeamish. And this one came out in 1982. It was directed by Jacinto Molina, and it stars Paul Naschy. It's 94 minutes running time. You can watch it in Spanish or English. I take that back. You can only watch it in Spanish language with English subtitles. And it says Spanish horror legend Paul Naschy wrote, directed, and stars in this dark and macabre tale of lust, betrayal, and ghostly vengeance. So he must have been going by a pseudonym. Jacinto Molina was actually Paul Naschy, I guess, because the first little paragraph said he wrote, directed, and starred in it. So you get a brand new anamorphic transfer. You get an exclusive interview with Naschy. You get a documentary on Spanish horror cinema. That's got to be great. I haven't seen it yet, so. This was put out by Mando in 2005. The next one here is a viewer suggested or recommended this one to me probably a month or two ago. I don't recall who it was, but somebody said you should grab Pin on DVD, and they said it was a pretty good movie. I've been looking for this one ever since he recommended it to me, and this one is like ridiculous price. It's really expensive. I don't know if it was a low run, like a low print run, or what the deal with this was, but it took me a couple of months to find a price that I was comfortable with, and I pulled the trigger on it. And I still have yet to see this. I've been really busy, but this is an Anchor Bay release. The movie came out in 1988. And I really don't know a lot about the movie. I did do a little research on it on IMDb. It got average scores, and you know, movies like this, you don't expect them to get 9s and 10s out of 10, but it sounded pretty interesting, and just for the collectible value of grabbing this for the price that I got it, just be patient, and you'll find something that's, you know, comfortable in your budget. And I guess it all depends on what kind of money you're willing to spend or how high you're willing to go. But if you have a budget and, you know, things are expensive and your money's kind of tight, I would say just be patient. You know, you don't have to grab everything all the time. Pin, A Plastic Nightmare. Looking forward to checking that out. This one was a freebie sent to me by one of my buddies that I met on Mercari. he's a viewer of the channel, and he recognized my name, and I've purchased things from him in the past. I purchased one of the Halloween sequels on DVD, which I'll be showing in a different video, but he threw in a freebie for me called Scare B&B, and it looks pretty cool. This is the kind of movie, these are the movies that I like, these slashers, these kind of low budget. This is the DVD digital copy, comes with a nice slipcover too. And I've never seen the movie, so I'm willing to give it a shot, and I really appreciate it. His name is Cincy Collector. I will share his link below to his Mercari page, so you guys can go check out his the wares that he's selling on his page. He has some really good stuff. He's a horror collector and seller. Sure that you'll find something over there that you enjoy. So thank you very much, Cincy Collector, for the Scare B&B freebie that you threw in with the I don't remember which sequel I bought from you, but it was one of the later ones from the original series. It might have been part 6. I don't recall, but everything came in perfect condition, and thank you for that freebie. I appreciate that. Let's see. I got a couple of No Shame movies, and the first one here is called Secrets of a Call Girl. This is an Italian kind of a giallo with Edwidge Fenech again, and Richard Conti is in this one as well. These Italian crime giallo type movies are really excellent. I enjoy these a lot. And this one's digitally remastered from the original 35mm reversal print. And the movie came out in 1973. And Edwidge is gorgeous. She's a beautiful babe. You can see the extras there. Memories of a Call Girl. And a collectible booklet on the inside, which I have these in plastic, so I'm not going to go through them, but I do have the booklet inside of it. And I don't buy these unless they have everything that comes with it. So haven't watched this yet, but looking forward to checking it out. I've been really busy lately. I haven't had much time to watch a lot of movies or anything like that, so I haven't even had much time to watch YouTube or anything like that. But I always try to catch up when I can. And the second and the last No Shame title in this video is A Whisper in the Dark, starring Joseph Cotten and John Philip Law. This is another kind of a Italian horror film. It's unrated. The movie came out in 1976. Strange things are going on in a beautiful and decadent Venetian villa. A young mother is horrified to discover that the imaginary friend of her son is the second child she lost during her last pregnancy. It's a kind of a haunted ghost type movie. And this one just came in recently too. I didn't even put it in a bag yet, but there's the disc. Comes with a booklet. Let's take that out really quick just so you can kind of see what the No Shame booklets look like. So No Shame and Blue Underground and Anchor Bay were doing all this stuff way before anybody else. There you can see the filmography of some of the, it was kind of blurry. But you get you get some write-ups. It's, these are thick pages. It's really nice. And they were doing this way back over 20 years ago. This came out in 2005, so almost 20 years ago. Yeah, they were doing this a long time ago. So glad to add these two titles to my No Shame collection. I'll do a No Shame collection overview video one of these days, pretty soon actually. I don't have a ton of the movies. Actually, they didn't have a ton of the movies in their catalog, but I think I have about half of them, or maybe a little more than half of what they released. And I'll show those all together in one video at some point. And the guy who sold me this one, I believe it was this one, he sent a freebie too. It was called The Eye, and he left me a little note. Thank you for your continuous purchases. Included a bonus movie, enjoy. And this is a movie called The Eye. I thought that was Jessica Alba. I'm not exactly sure. Comes with a pretty nice little slipcover. It's a 2-disc DVD edition. Kind of has like a clear slipcover that goes over the top. It looks like it also includes a bonus digital copy of the movie. And there you can see I don't think I've ever seen this movie. Let me see who's in this movie. Oh, it is Jessica Alba. It's Jessica Alba. When I looked on the back, when I saw that is Jessica Alba, but it doesn't really look like her in that photo right there. But it definitely looks like her there, and she's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is a PG-13 movie for violence, terror, and disturbing content. I really don't know much about the movie, but I'm glad to have it, and thank you for sending me the freebie. I wish I remembered what the guy's seller page was. I'd link it down below. Gonna pause it here really quick, get a drink, and we're gonna continue. I could show you guys a couple of concert posters that I picked up recently. These are 24-inch across by 36 deep. And this is the Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons concert poster. What a great band. Frankie Valli, he's still with us. He's still making music, but they don't make music like this anymore, not even close. And really, really glad to have this one. This is something I've wanted for a while. It was on my wish list. I finally pulled the trigger on it. I got a nice little frame for it. The frame was not cheap. I wanted to get one that had the special glass to keep the UV rays from hitting the paper. So I paid a little extra just to kind of protect the poster. And then there's one more here behind it. Another one of my favorites of all time. That's Neil Diamond. Again, they'll never make music like this again. And same thing, I got a poster of the frame. It's exactly the same as the Frankie Valli one. It has that special glass on there, so it knocks down any UV rays from, fading any of the color on the poster. And if you ever get a chance to go to Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, even if you're not a Packer fan, you really need to go and check it out. When they play Sweet Caroline, and they play it every year, 80,000 people sing along word for word. It's unbelievable. You got to check that out. It's really, really awesome. And I love Neil Diamond. He's going through some very poor health issues right now. He has, I think it's dementia or Alzheimer's, and he's he's kind of fading fast, I guess, and he retired from making music, and there'll never be another Neil Diamond. He's awesome. Okay, so this next piece is pretty rare. This is it's pretty pricey. I think it may have been recalled just due to the graphic nature of this. I'm going to share a clip of the actual movie clip. I think you may have already seen it. Either I put it before or after this. I don't know yet which one it was. So if you saw it already, then you've already seen the scene. And this is Morgan, who was Aaron's brother in the movie. Aaron was played by Jessica Biel. So this was her brother in the movie, and Leatherface hangs him from a chandelier. He had his wrists were bound, and he hung him on a chandelier, and he took the chainsaw and just, I mean, you saw the video, you know what he did. And due to the graphic nature of this, I believe it was recalled. And I think that's why these are so pricey. They're hard to find, especially if they're new and packaged like this. And if you get them in package, they're probably about twice as much as the ones that are like loose figures. This was put out by a company called Mezco, Cinema of Fear. And this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003, which is an extremely underrated movie. This is, to me, it's one of the best in the entire franchise. 2003. This was an excellent movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you saw it and didn't care for it, give it another shot. This is a really, really great movie. And I wish I can get in better to give you better details, but unfortunately with the reflection of the flash, it's harder to kind of see that. But I'm really glad to have this, and it's going to stay sealed in my collection. The last few things I show you are going to be the Vampirella paperback books, and I also have a signed backpack that I'm pretty excited about. So let's check out these books. These are the Vampirella novels. These are 1 through 6. I don't know how many were published total. If anybody out there knows, you can let me know. I bought these in one lot. The seller sold all these together, and this is part 1, and these are in really, really good condition. I mean, you can see yellowing. These are from the, I believe these are from the early 80s maybe, but you can see that these were put out by Warner Books. They were $1.25. It may be late 70s, it may be early 80s. I'm not exactly sure, but this is volume 1. And then we have volume 2 on on Alien Wings. By Ron Goulart. And we have volume 3 called Dead Walk. Volume 4 is called Blood Wedding. Volume 5 is called Death Game. And volume 6, and the last one I have is called Snake God. So I thought it was pretty nice to grab these. I've been collecting Vampirella books lately. Maybe I'll show you guys a video soon of the Vampirella books that I have. I'm going to pause it here. We'll show you the backpack, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more how to win that book.
Excuse me, how far is Camp Crystal Lake from here?
What is it, Enos? About 20 miles?
About that.
Camp Mud. They're opening that place again?
Lots of luck.
Can I get a bus or something?
Not likely.
You going out to the crossroads, Enos? What about a lift? They'll be halfway.
No sweat, Trudy. Okay, kid, let's move it.
Name's Annie.
All right, Annie, let's go. All the girls up there gonna look as good as you?
Not at all.
You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you?
God damn it, Ralph, get out of here. Go on, get. Leave people alone.
You'll never come back again.
Oh, shut up, Ralph.
It's got a death curse.
I tell you, he's causing problems enough for your boss with all that talk. God damn nuisance. Tell you anything?
Who?
Your boss, Steve Christie.
Oh, I'll be cooking for 50 kids and 10 staff. Campers will mostly be like inner city children.
I mean about what happened.
No.
I quit.
Camp Crystal Lake is jinxed.
Oh, terrific. Not you, too. You sound like your crazy friend back there, Ralph.
Well, maybe. Did Christy tell you about the 2 kids murdered in 58? Huh? Boy drowning in 57? A bunch of fires? Nobody knows who did any of them. In 1962, they was going to open up. The water was bad. Christy will wind up just like his folks, crazy and broke. He's been up there a year fixing up that place. He must have dropped $25,000. And for what? Ask anybody. Quit.
I can't.
Young kids. Know-it-alls. It's like my nieces. Heads full of rocks.
You're an American original.
I'm an American original.
Please stop. Please stop.
So I picked up a vintage backpack that was signed by actress Robbie Morgan, who played Annie in the movie. I think I just shared clips with you, so you probably saw that prior to this. If not, I'm going to show those clips right after this. You can kind of see the character of Annie. She was the first victim in the franchise. She was the first one to talk to Crazy Ralph. She was in the show, or in the franchise, a very short time, but she's very memorable. And a fun fact about Robbie Morgan is she's married to Mark Wahlberg. Not that Mark Wahlberg. I'm talking about, what was his name? Mark L. Wahlberg. He's the game show host, and he did the PBS Antiques Roadshow. She's married to that Mark Wahlberg. I just wanted to show this. It's pretty awesome. It was a little pricey to get this, but this is a vintage backpack that she carried. Now, this is not screen used. It's not a movie prop. This is just it's not a replica, because this is actually a backpack that was made in that time frame. That was signed by Robbie Morgan. So this backpack would have been around in 1980. It just wasn't part of the movie. But I'm very glad to have this, and I'm glad to have this for my Friday the 13th collection. And that's a picture of her American original. So now you want to find out how you can win this signed comic book, which I value this around probably about $350 to $400 for this book. And it could be yours for absolutely free. And all you have to do is, I'm going to list 4 YouTubers down below that I want you to subscribe to. It's Gratu Orloff, Meyer Greenblatt, Gotham City Comics. All three of those gentlemen I'm familiar with. They're all great guys. And then for a favor to Gratu Orloff, I'm going to shout out one of his friends called Dr. Fibes Vibes. Now, I've seen that guy on Gratu Orloff's channel a few times, and this dude is legit. He knows what he's talking about. They put on a great show. So Gratu Orloff has a kind of a variety channel, and he does a lot of live streams, and he's very, very entertaining. He's very knowledgeable about just, you know, comic books, movies, pop culture, all of that stuff. It's a very fun, entertaining variety show. And he has guests on quite a bit. And Meyer Greenblatt, who I consider a good friend of mine through YouTube. I don't know any of these guys personally, but I feel like I know them through YouTube. And I watch a lot of Meyer's channel. He's got a really good channel too. He's a really good collector. He's got a kind of a laid back, mellow channel. Those are the kind of channels I like to watch. I don't like some guy who's yelling in your face and every other word's the F word. It's just not my style, you know. I mean, to each their own. If that's what you like, then go for it. But I'm more of like the mellow kind of chill guy, and Meyer is that. You know, he's very knowledgeable, pop culture, comic books, movies, figures, everything. All the stuff I show on my channel, these guys show on their channel. They go in more depth. And Gotham City Comics, that's Kevin. He's a guy that I met through Gratu, and he has his own comic book shop, but it's more than just comic books. He's got, I mean, you got to see his store. It's amazing. He owns a comic book store in Arizona, but it's like a shrine to everything that we like. You know, he's got horror figures in there. He's got full, like, he had a Creep Show, full-size Creep Show figure from the birthday cake episode. I'm drawing a blank on the name. It was the guy who came back and he said, "I want my cake. Give me my cake." I can't think of his name right now, but he had the full-size version of that. He's got rare comics. He's got rare magazines. He's a great guy. He's often a guest on Gratu's channel, as well as Dave, who is Meyer Greenblatt. And the fourth guy is, I think his name is Martin. If I remember, Meyer was calling him Martin. I believe that's his name. He goes by Dr. Fibes Vibes. And I'm going to link all four of these gentlemen down below. So here's what you have to do to get entered and to win this book for free. I'll ship it worldwide, free. All you have to do is go over to each of the four gentlemen's pages and subscribe to them. Leave a comment on each of their latest videos and just put in subbed. You don't have to put a whole bunch of stuff in. I just want to see that you went to their page, subscribed to them, and put subbed in their comment section on their videos. Then what you do is you come back to this video here in my comments section to let me know that you entered, so I can kind of go back and check to make sure that you really did subscribe and that you did leave a comment on their channels. I can't think of an easier contest for you to enter. All you have to do is subscribe to 4 channels and leave 4 comments, and you can win a $400 comic for free. I want to see these guys get to 1,000 subscribers so they can monetize their videos and earn a little bit of change while they're entertaining us. I promise you guys that you will like Gratu's channel, you will like Dave's channel, who is Meyer, and you will love Kevin, and all these guys are great guys, and Martin, who is Dr. Fibes. You'll make new friends, and you can hang out with us on the weekends when he has live streams. You can go there and leave a comment, and Gratu will respond to you as long as you're respectful and you don't talk crazy. I'm sure that he won't have he won't mind responding to you, and you'll enjoy the content. So that's what I would like for you guys to do. Let's help them get to 1,000. I think Gratu and Meyer are a little bit under 800, I think. I'm pretty sure we can push them up to, if not over, 1,000. So let's do this, guys. Please help me out. I don't ask for much. I never ask anybody to subscribe to my channel or to drop a thumbs up. I really don't care if you do that or not on my channel. But if we can give a little push here, dig deep, help these guys out. Let's get them to 1,000, and everything will be all good. So thank you guys for watching. This is a short video. Hope you enjoyed it. The girls are knocked out. I'm going to go take a shower, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you. Check those links. Go subscribe.